Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to LDN Wrestling as you join us as we bring you this singles contest between King Joshua Goodwin in the purple and royal red singlet, taking on the Argentinian Herco Wiskey, who goes by the name Mr. Fiesta. And Goodwin then in control early on, running over Wiskey, and then he went for a shoulder block, but this time it's taken over with a nice arm drag. The second arm drag from Wiskey. Nice work there from the Argentine, and a low drop kick from the Argentine, taking Goodwin and now going for a quick cover. Just a 2 count, ladies and gentlemen. Great start here. My name, of course, is Reginald Kensington III, and it is my joy each and every video to bring you the latest action from the United Kingdom. And we have in the ring right now King Joshua Goodwin, who outweighs Herco Wiskey by, I'm gonna say, around 7 stone. Probably around, the 60 to 80 pound mark for our American wrestlers right here. There is, of course, 14 pounds to a stone, so you can do the math yourselves. But Goodwin then firing off that right hand right there, taking Wiskey all the way down. Now, Goodwin came down to the ring dressed in full regal regalia. That is, of course, with his robe, his scepter, and his crown. So hopefully all of those objects stay well and truly off to the side. But Goodwin is certainly the bigger and stronger of the two. The Argentine then has a lot of moves up his sleeve. Some of them are wrestling moves, some of them are dance moves. And here goes Wiskey with that nice drop kick to the shins. And a beautiful drop kick to the shoulder right there. Goes for a pinfall, and that pinfall was more dance than wrestling, as he didn't even hook a leg. Well, Mr. Fiesta now getting this crowd going and getting them pumped up. Oh, wait a sec. The King is begging. Oh, we don't see that too often. The King is begging, asking for a timeout. There are no timeouts in LDM Wrestling, my friend. Oh, and Fiesta then walked right into that face clap right there. And now Goodwin continuing on with the barrage of fists and knees as he is kneeing the ribcage of Herco Wiskey. King Joshua Goodwin, of course, very much on top here. Neither of these men are making their LDM Wrestling debut, but they don't have many bouts in LDM Wrestling as of yet. So the win-loss column is not worth going to right now. But both of these men will need a win if they are to challenge for a championship in the near future. The Argentine, of course, probably not here for a long period of time, so he would want a championship bout sooner rather than later. But Goodwin then used his own head there, and actually seems like he may have come off the worse off. As I say, Herco Wiskey would love a shot at a championship, the ability to take an LDN championship and take it home with him to Argentina. What a coup that would be for the youngster, whereas King Joshua Goodwin is just trying to make a name for himself here in LDM Wrestling. He has got a big future, of course. He is a big boy, and he's got those farmer's arms and farmer's legs, which are going to be great for throwing somebody the size of Herco Wiskey around this ring and battering him to the ground like he is doing right there. Oh, and look at this then. Goodwin is certainly, I would say, getting on the nerves of his royal subjects, telling the crowd exactly what he thinks of them. Well, Wiskey then getting himself to his feet using the ropes as an aid, and now Goodwin has him in control in the corner. Goes for a nice Irish whip there. Goodwin sends him into the corner, follows him in, but Wiskey had that shoe, and the boot was right in the face of Goodwin, and now Wiskey's on the middle rope. He goes for a crossbody, but he is caught by the much bigger and stronger Royler, and the royal backbreaker there, taking the ribcage and the back. Oh, and a one-finger pin, and I almost thought he had him. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage you right now to head on down to the bottom of the screen and click on that red subscribe button if you have yet to do so. Of course, don't forget to enable notifications by clicking on the bell in the top right-hand corner of YouTube, right next to your profile, and that way you can be first to see every video that LDM promotes and puts on their YouTube page. Well, now Goodwin then climbing to the middle rope, getting some adulation, and goes for that falling elbow drop, and Wiskey then moved out the way. Great work from the Argentine. As I was saying, guys, make sure you enable notifications so you can see exactly when LDM puts all their future videos on, both new and old classic content. And Wiskey now went for a right hand open palm strike. Gets it nicely done. Same thing from Goodwin. Look at these two exchanging blows right in the center of this ring. The referee merely a casual observer right here as no rules are being broken. Wiskey continuing to fire up. Oh, look at these left hands. Firing those through. There's the dance moves we're talking about. I believe he calls that the belly roll. But Goodwin saw it coming and a double clothesline. Both men are down in the center of the ring. The belly roll did not act as the distraction that it was supposed to be. Both men have a count of 10 to make it to their feet, and Goodwin grabs hold of that middle rope. Wiskey then is on his hands and on his feet, and there goes the belly roll again, and the fans are loving it. Goodwin didn't see it coming, and a single foot drop kick right there, and a second single foot drop kick from Wiskey. Goes for an Irish whip, then it is reversed by the big man, and the big man goes for a sidewalk slam, but it's turned into an airplane spin. And look at Wiskey go round and flips Goodwin over. Great stuff from Herco Wiskey. The Argentinian has got moves on both of dance and wrestling to go forward. Goes for a tilt-a-whirl right there. Goodwin then catches, but he caught the face in a DDT. Wiskey may well have this one run. He goes for a pinfall. Oh, just a 2 count right there. Wiskey almost had it won. He was just a second away. Went for a kick to the midsection. Wiskey now off the ropes. Oh, and there it is, that leaping neck breaker. This is all over. Fantastic win from the Argentine with a leaping neck breaker. Mr. Fiesta himself. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to LDM Wrestling here as we see Herco Wiskey celebrating the ring. Head on over to ldmwrestling.com where you can see when LDN are coming to a town or city near you and how you can purchase tickets. But from ringside, from me, Reginald Kensington III, and from the dancing superstar, Mr. Fiesta himself, the Argentinian from Herco Wiskey, we want to thank you for joining us here. I want to encourage you to like, subscribe, and enable notifications so that you can join us each and every time LDM Wrestling puts wrestling matches on their YouTube page. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again from me, Reginald Kensington III, thank you very much for joining us, and it just gives me time to remind you one more time that we are LDM Wrestling and we are British and proud.